Did you ever wake up and think, hey, I want to visit every cool place in the USA? Well, buckle up, folks. We're about to give you a whirlwind tour of the top 50 must-see spots across this vast nation. From the sun-kissed beaches on the East Coast to the towering Rocky Mountains out west, it's a wild ride. Sure, it sounds like a daunting task, but hey, who doesn't love a good challenge? So get ready to embark on a virtual journey through the USA. And don't worry, we won't charge for the gas. Starting on the East Coast, where history and lobsters are in abundance. This side of the country is like a well-seasoned recipe, blending the old with the new, the tranquil with the bustling. Let's take New York City, for instance. This city never sleeps, and neither will you, given the endless list of things to do. From the towering skyscrapers to the hot dog stands on every corner, the city is a delightful chaos of sights, sounds, and smells. It's like a giant beehive, where everyone is always buzzing with activity. If you're looking for a place where your coffee is served with a side of rush hour, New York is your go-to. Now, let's fly south to the Sunshine State, Florida. Here, it's always summer, literally. The sun is a permanent fixture in the sky, like a bright, shiny disco ball that forgot to stop partying. The beaches are a dream, and the theme parks, well, they're the stuff of fantasies. You can sip on fresh orange juice in the morning, build sandcastles by noon, and by evening, you could be screaming your lungs out on a roller coaster. Talk about variety. Heading up north, we find ourselves in the quaint state of Maine. Here, life moves at a slower pace. It's like the state is stuck in a beautiful daydream, with its rugged coastlines, charming lighthouses, and yes, the lobsters. Oh, the lobsters. If you haven't tasted a fresh Maine lobster, you're truly missing out on a divine experience. It's the kind of meal you'd want to write poetry about. And let's not forget the nation's capital, Washington, D.C. It's a city that wears its history with pride. From the Lincoln Memorial to the Smithsonian Museums, D.C. is a treasure trove of stories waiting to be discovered. It's like stepping into a time machine, minus the flux capacitor. And that's the East Coast for you folks, where history, beaches, and big city lights are just a part of the package. Moving down to the south, where the tea is sweet and the accents are sweeter. Now let's take a leisurely stroll down the lanes of the southern states, where the pace of life is as slow as molasses flowing down a jar. Here, the days are sunny, the porches are wide, and folks greet each other with a warm howdy and a smile wider than the Mississippi River. The South, my friends, is a place where history and hospitality go hand in hand. With their antebellum architecture and moss-draped oaks, cities like Savannah, Georgia, and Charleston, South Carolina, transport you back to a time when chivalry wasn't just a word in the dictionary. Now, let's talk about the food. Oh, the food. The South is a flavor bonanza. Fried chicken that's crispy on the outside, juicy on the inside. Grits that melt in your mouth but not in your hand. And gumbo that's a medley of all things yummy. And let's not forget the king of southern desserts, pecan pie. That's as sweet as a southern belle's smile. And then there's the music. The South is where the blues were born, where jazz found its rhythm, and where country music strummed its first chords. Cities like Memphis and Nashville are like living, breathing jukeboxes, their streets echoing with melodies that can make your feet tap and your heart sing. But the real charm of the South lies in its people. Southern folks are as warm as their sunny weather, as welcoming as their wide porches, and as genuine as their accents. They'll invite you in for a glass of sweet tea, share stories that are as rich as their history, and make you feel right at home. So whether it's the history, the food, the music, or the people, the southern states have a way of making you fall in love with them. That's the South for you, where life moves a little slower and the food is a little tastier. Heading over to the Wild West, where the landscapes are grand and the cowboy hats are grander. Let's saddle up and hit the trail, shall we? Our first stop is the Grand Canyon, a natural wonder that's so massive it makes you question your own existence. It's like Mother Nature's way of saying, yeah, I did that. What have you done lately? Now you might think the Grand Canyon is just a big hole in the ground, but it's so much more than that. It's a testament to the power of time and the persistence of the Colorado River. It's like the world's most impressive piece of artwork, carved by nature herself. Next, we're off to the Golden State, California, where the sun shines brighter and the waves are always up for a good ride. If you're not busy catching waves or basking in the sun, you're probably stuck in traffic on the 405. But hey, that's part of the charm. And let's not forget about Hollywood, where dreams are made, and occasionally where they go to die. But hey, at least you can drown your sorrows in an In-N-Out burger. Then there's Yellowstone, where the bison roam free and the geysers blow steam like they're auditioning for a steam engine role. It's a place where you can literally walk on a volcano. Talk about living on the edge. And finally, we have Las Vegas, the city that never sleeps. Or is that New York? Well, in Vegas, you won't want to sleep. From the dazzling lights of the Strip to the thrill of the casinos, it's a place where you can become a millionaire overnight or lose your shirt faster than you can say blackjack. And that's the Wild West, where you can't tell if it's more wild or more west. Finally, we reach the end of our virtual journey, and boy, what a ride it has been. From the hustle and bustle of the East Coast to the charm and grace of the South, from the wild, untamed beauty of the West to everything in between, we've seen just a glimpse of the 50 states that make up this vast, diverse country. Our journey began with the East Coast extravaganza, where we reveled in the rich history and vibrant city life. We then ventured down to the southern charms, where we were wooed by mouth-watering cuisine and the warmest hospitality. And who could forget our Wild West adventure, filled with awe-inspiring landscapes and a spirit of resilience and freedom. But the beauty of the USA isn't just in its famed landmarks or its natural wonders. It's in the tapestry of its people, each with their unique stories and backgrounds, all contributing to the rich and diverse culture that makes this country so special. Now, we know we couldn't cover every single beautiful spot in the USA, so we want to hear from you. What are your favorite places? Did we miss any hidden gems that deserve a shout-out? Let us know in the comments below. So what are you waiting for? Go pack your bags, or maybe just your living room, and start exploring. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more virtual journeys like this one. Until next time, happy travels, or should we say, happy couch travels.